We stand at the edge of something extraordinary. 2026 is not just another year. It's the year AI truly transforms society and impact our lives. I would like to share with you 10 AI predictions for 2026. But before we dive in, let me introduce myself. Because if we're going to have a conversation about the future, you deserve to know who you're having it with. My name's Kirwin Narine. I've spent 30 plus years working with technology, teaching it, building businesses around it, and watching how it transforms the world. Over the years, I've been fortunate to train professionals in the world's leading corporations as a Microsoft certified trainer, a master certified Nobel instructor, Cisco instructor, teaching ethical hacking and digital forensics. I've also served as a CEO of several multinational tech companies. I've led educational organizations and have guided an investment community with members from around the globe. But more than any title or certification, what I really have had is a front row seat to how technology changes everything. I've watched how the internet revolution unfolded. I've seen mobile devices put computers in everyone's pockets. I've witnessed the cloud transform how we work. But let me tell you the truth. In all those years, I've never seen anything as transformative as what we're seeing today with AI. Not even close. But before we dive into predictions, let me answer a fundamental question. I think we're all going to ask, what does it mean to be human? As humans, we are more than just a brain or body. We have the capacity to love, express emotions. We long to have a family, to fall in love. We create, we imagine, we dream. Think about it. We looked at the moon and determined we're going to plant our flag there. We have this creative space called our imagination, a realm where anything is possible. Although AI may process information and perform tasks faster than us, I don't think it will ever replace us. Here's why. I think of AI like a calculator. A calculator does not replace your brain. It may replace the part of your brain that does long division when you're tired. Or think of it as a power drill. A power drill doesn't replace the carpenter, but it makes the carpenter more efficient, faster. If you use it badly, it's going to make mistakes faster too. Here's another analogy, perhaps at even closer to real life, a GPS. A GPS doesn't decide where you should go in life. It doesn't decide your purpose. It definitely doesn't know where your mother told you to go. But if you give it a destination, it can evaluate routes faster than you can, and it can adjust in real time. That's augmented intelligence. We humans set goals, AI processes information, and humans remain accountable. Think of AI as a tool, nothing more, nothing less. Once you understand that, well, then everything makes sense. So let me share with you what I think is going to be 10 specific predictions for 2026. They aren't fantasies. They are trends that are already in motion, but I think it's going to reach critical mass this year. Prediction number 1. The truth is going to become more central in our everyday lives. In a world where AI can generate convincing text and images and video, the question we all ask now is, what is true? Generative AI is impacting and transforming the world. So the truth is becoming more paramount. Perhaps we're about to have our Pontius Pilate moment where, like he asked Jesus, what is the truth? We're entering an era where anyone could create realistic videos out of events that never happened, where AI could write articles indistinguishable from human journalists, where deepfakes have become very easy to produce. So verification, provenance, trust will become even more valuable than ever. I think your personal brand, your reputation for honesty, these are going to become valuable, more valuable than your resume. In a world of infinite AI generating content, being verifiable, being verifiably real is going to be the ultimate competitive advantage. Organizations who build, individuals who build their reputation for truth telling and authenticity will command premium value. So what does this mean for you? Protect your reputation fiercely. If you use AI tools, be transparent about it. Build a track record of honesty and accuracy. In 2026 and beyond, trust is going to become the scarcest resource, and those who have it, they're going to win. So let's go on to prediction number 2. I think we're going to have a voice-first economy. What do you think? Text prompts are given way to voice. In 2026, spoken interaction will become the default interface for AI. Why? Because speaking is more natural than typing, more human. We already are familiar with voice assistants. They're often clunky and frustrating, but 2026 is when this changes. Voice AI becomes more fluid, contextual, and truly conversational. Your car, your home, your workspace, they will respond to your voice naturally. What does this mean for you? If you're a creator, a builder, and you're building any product or service in 2026, you need to think voice first. If your business is not accessible by voice, you're already behind. So let's jump into the prediction number 3. And that is universal basic income becomes serious policy. As automation accelerates and governments will begin to seriously discuss universal basic income, not as a fringe idea, but as a policy. Now, whether or not you support UBI, the conversation is no longer if but how. That shift happens in 2026. I expect pilot programs. I expect it to perhaps dominate the election cycles worldwide. We're going to have to answer, what are we going to do when people are displaced from jobs, and how are they going to pay bills? So UBI is going to become, I think, a conversation point in 2026. Let's move on to prediction number 4. And this is a prediction that perhaps would make Elon Musk very happy, because the prediction is all about robotics. I think robotics enter everyday life in 2026. Humanoid robots will move from laboratories into warehouses, hospitals, and elder care facilities. We're talking about Tesla. I think Optimus V3 is due out maybe first quarter. Boston Dynamics, Atlas, Figure AI. These aren't prototypes anymore. They're becoming products. We're at an inflection point where technology stops being experimental and starts being deployed. And this is affecting all industries, from the blockchain industry, the crypto space. We have products coming out like Peak and Orki and GEOD. Listen, the world's transforming quickly, especially in the field of robotics. What does this mean for you? If you're in manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, hospitality, start planning now for how robotics is going to shape your workforce. Companies that integrate this technology thoughtfully will have massive competitive advantages. So look out for robotics in 2026. Let's go on to prediction number 5. The Metaverse returns reimagined. In 2026, immersive technology returns, but I think it comes much smarter. I think we're finally in an age where Ready Player One becomes possible. I know 2021, 2022 was all the rage and excitement about the Metaverse, Sandbox and Mana and those projects. Hey, everyone is trying to buy land next to Snoop Dogg. But it just didn't really pan out. But 2026, the technology is there. We have Apple Vision Pro, MetaQuest. They're moving on as early adopters from just having toys to actual business tools. Architects will begin to do walkthrough of buildings before they're built. Doctors will practice surgeries with perfect replicas of a patient's anatomy. And I think also that even for people in medical cases, in hospitals and stuff like that, perhaps a patient is bedridden, they're going to be able to have these magical type experiences, all with the Metaverse. Virtual teams are going to begin to collaborate in virtual spaces that finally feel genuinely present. Think less about virtual real estate and more about immersive experiences that's going to solve real problems. So what does this mean for you? If you're in trading, education, design, remote collaboration, explore how spatial computing can transform how you work. Early adopters are going to define the standards. So let's go on to prediction number 6. And this one is a very interesting one. AGI, or artificial general intelligence, we're going to see some quantum leaps. AGI, or AI that approaches human-level reasoning across domains, will advance significantly. I don't think we're there yet, but the trajectory is very clear. Models are becoming multimodal. They're reasoning, planning, self-correcting in ways that we've not seen before. So watch for this milestone. When AI can take a vague business problem, break it into steps, execute it, check it on its own, course correct without human intervention, I think we could be months away, not years. What does this mean for you? The nature of knowledge work is about to change fundamentally. Start thinking about how you can add value beyond what AI can do. And this is why it's so important to ask, what is a human? Your judgment, your creativity, your relationship building skills is going to become your core assets in 2026. Now let's go on to what I think is going to be a real business changing and transforming prediction. Let's go on to prediction number 7. Vibe marketing becomes the new standard. Traditional marketing approaches are being transformed by AI agents. AI agents that can create personalized outreach at scale. When you look at the tools like Lindy and Claude Code and even Gemini, they're creating the ability now to enable campaigns that feel genuinely personal, and you can reach thousands of people simultaneously. Here's a concrete example. Imagine you're promoting a concert. Instead of just one generic email blast, AI agents can analyze each potential attendee's music preferences, the past concerts they've gone to, their behavior, social media activity, and then craft personalized messages that speak directly to what people care about. And imagine doing this at scale. So marketing is shifting from broadcasting to authentic connection at scale. So what does this mean for you? Generic marketing is dead. If you're still sending that same message to everyone, you're invisible. Learn to use AI tools for personalization or hire people who can do it. Let's dive into prediction number 8. And I think the SaaS model is truly being transformed. We're talking about software as a service. Here's the hard truth. AI now can replicate complex software for a fraction of the cost. And I was talking to a senior IT exec, the CIO of a bank, and he was telling me, he said, Kirwin, I have so many developers, but what these developers can do, AI can do. And so it means AI can replace many of his developers. And that's crazy to think about, right? So we are talking about now really AI replicating complex software. But this doesn't mean software businesses are dying, but it means their competitive advantage has shifted. Think about the airlines. We have United, American, Delta. They're all flying the same Boeing planes. Now listen to this point I'm making carefully, right? Same aircraft, same routes. So what differentiates them? It's going to be the customer experience, service, and trust. The product is commoditized. It's the experience now that matters. This is exactly what is happening with software. Just think about the point. Code becomes commoditized. The relationship, the service, the trust, that's what can't be replicated. What does this mean for you? If you're building software, stop competing on features. You got to compete with service, support, customer success, experience. If you're buying software, look beyond the product demo and evaluate how committed the company is to your success. This is really transformational. I think this is a fundamental shift to how we do business. Let's jump into prediction number 9. Prototyping becomes nearly instant. If you've used tools like Lovable to build a website or web app, or Rock for mobile apps, or Hugging Face for open source models, you can now test ideas in days instead of months. As a solo founder, you can now perhaps roll out 4 business ideas or test them out in 1 month. That was impossible to do 2 years ago. This creates space for entrepreneurs to run multiple ventures, iterate faster, and reach product market fit at unprecedented speeds. I've worked on several projects, prototyping, and it's just been crazy how quickly, sometimes what would take us 6 months to do, or really 1 year to do, we can do in 1 day. Just think about what I'm saying. We're talking about software like Replit, software like Lovable, N8N. We're talking about VO. The barrier to entry has never been lower, which also means that the competition has never been fiercer. What does this mean for you? Stop overthinking and start testing. The cost for being wrong has dropped dramatically. Build a prototype. Show it to real users. Learn and iterate. The speed of learning now is your competitive advantage. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to create something, to build something. Don't be afraid, to make a mistake, because now the opportunity is there for creators. And that's what I think AI is going to do. It's going to create really opportunity to generate infinite wealth. It's really a golden age for humanity. Now, that makes us dive into prediction number 10. Because I think this is going to be the rise of anti-AI and pro-AI movements. In 2026, society will increasingly organize around perspectives on AI. Both movements are going to grow in influence. On one side, there's a real, genuine concern about disruption. Jobs being displaced. AI can replicate complex software that once required large teams. This disruption is real, and people's concerns are valid. This sparks something deeper, a longing for connection. I think that's going to be big. A return to the authentic, a rejection of purely artificial. We'll begin to see human-made badges on products. Artisan movements will grow. People will pay a premium for things created by human hands, made by human minds. Look out for things that are local, authentic, and human. On the other side, there's an extraordinary promise. AI might help us crack genomes to cure incurable diseases. It's analyzing patterns in DNA, which would normally take human researchers centuries to understand. Could you imagine AI plays a role in curing cancer, treating cancer? Rare genetic diseases and disorders become treatable. Lives are being extended. Someone you love, perhaps your daughter, your mother, or your friend, they might live longer and healthier lives because of AI. So the truth is, both realities coexist. AI will displace some jobs, but AI will also save some jobs. Do you see how passionate people are going to be concerning AI? Some people will love it, and some people will hate it. What does this mean for you? Don't get trapped in binary thinking. Both sides really do have legitimate concerns and hopes. The leaders who can hold both truths simultaneously can navigate the disruption with empathy while embracing the beneficial progress that AI brings. Those are the people organizations will need as we go into 2026. So where do these 10 predictions leave you? I think 2026 is going to be a year both of challenges and opportunities. Let me offer some perspective from decades of watching technology and industries. First, don't fear AI. Understand it. AI is a tool. The craftsman who learns new tools thrive. The one who refuses is left behind. You don't need to become an expert. Just get familiar and experiment. Understand what it can do and can't do. Second, double down on your humanity. Creativity, empathy, wisdom, vision. AI is going to process information. You're going to provide meaning. In a world of AI-generated content, your unique perspective becomes more valuable, not less. Third, start small experiments. Try new tools, test ideas. Why not start a lovable project today? You don't need to quit your job or take big risks. Evenings, weekends, small projects, the cost of experimentation has never been lower. Sometimes before I go and sleep, I build a web app. It just takes sometimes 10, 20 minutes to do it. What a crazy world we're in. So the cost of experimentation is low, low, low. Fourth, stay grounded in what matters. In a world increasingly shaped by AI, your humanity is going to be your greatest asset. I think people are going to crave authentic connection, real relationships, genuine wisdom. Be that presence in the world. 2026 isn't about AI replacing humans. It's about humans augmented by AI and doing what we thought was never possible. I've watched technology reshape the world for decades. I've seen the internet connect us globally. I've seen mobile devices put computing in everyone's pockets. I've seen the cloud democratize access to powerful tools, but AI now is different. It's not just another tool. It's a new category of capability. And the people who approach it thoughtfully, who learn to work with AI while staying true to their humanity, those are going to be the people who don't just survive, but I think they're going to thrive. The question is, will you be one of them? Hey, if this resonated with you, I'll be honored if you'd subscribe. I'll be sharing more perspectives on AI, technology, and how we can navigate this transformation together with wisdom and care. So I'd love if you could drop a comment. Share your biggest hope or concern about AI for 2026. I will read every comment. I genuinely want to hear your perspective. But before I close, let me just share something, I guess, from the heart. We're living in extraordinary times, times of change, uncertainty, immense possibility, but we're navigating this together. So I want to wish you, everyone you love, a wonderful new year. May 2026 bring you health, wisdom, happiness to embrace what's coming, both with courage and with humanity. Hey, thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you the best. Adios.